I must have able to turn on the fan on for this point, Sonic. Thanks, Silver. You're the best. Yeah, especially after having some struggles with each other since, 15 years ago. But apart from those side of things, though, we still become friends after all. Yeah, at least ever since when we were able to try and rescue that. Please don't even mention to that princess whatever that thing is again. Okay, sorry. There's not much else we can do, well, apart from the fact that, well, the weather itself is supposed to be really good. Like, after all, it's all sunny and everything. But usually for our room, it's actually getting ridiculously hot these days, Silver. Yeah, I know, but hey, at least it's cool, alright? Yeah, way past cool, I'm telling ya. Way past cool. Oh, I've pretty much done my shopping, but, I'm so sick of this dawn mask. But, at least I do need some air to able to actually just to breathe into. And, oh, it looks like someone has turned on the fan, alright? So, I guess I'm also able to just take this pathetic little thing off and let it fly. So, pathetic that thing is. Oh, hello, Shadow. You will never believe what I just witnessed, though. Let me guess, you still can't be able to be capable of, wearing masks every time you go out somewhere. And if I recall correctly, you went for a shop recently today? Well, yes, I did, because, since I felt, incredibly bad for, just doing nothing during the summer, and, you spent on something quite expensive. Well, no one is as expensive as, the 4K consoles like PlayStation 5 or Xbox Series X. What's wrong with those two then? Skyrocketing scalpers out there. Damn scalpers on eBay. How much was it worth for those two? One of them is actually worth about 600 or so quid. And the other which is almost 800. Jesus Christ, Shadow. But at least thankfully I haven't paid that much of it though, because after all, with E3 announcements is already a thing now, so either way though, that we can still save us some good titles. Yeah, true, Shadow, true that. In fact, what specific thing you got, or we got anyway? Well, why don't you have a look? It's the Xbox One S! And it's a good thing it's actually in white color, because white is actually my favorite color choice after all. So what do you say, Sonic? One for another round for Xbox consoles unboxing specials? Sure thing, Silver. Sure thing. Hello, what is up everyone? It is I'm the one and only Sonic the Hedgehog here. And I'm Shadow the Hedgehog. It's nice to meet you all guys. Again. And me, Silver the Hedgehog here. It's no use. Can you cut that out with this whole "it's no use" crap? Sorry. Anyway, continue, Sonic. Yeah, anyway. And welcome to the next unboxing video for you guys. I know I do apologize with the actual background noise you'll be hearing in the background, most notably because it's quite hot in here. So either way though, because to be expected, because it's a nice little sunny weather today. So yeah, with a very, very high temperature. So anyway, yeah, welcome to the next unboxing video for you guys. I think the last time we did done the unboxing video, it was actually Super Mario 3D World plus Bowser's Fury for the Nintendo Switch. So yeah, it's about time to be able to move on to the next unboxing video, I suppose. Well, at least specifically for the console unboxing, because remember, do you guys remember the forms of the unboxing video of the Xbox 360 Slim back in the forms of 2020? Don't ever bring that year up again, god damn it. Okay, chill, Shadow, jeez. Anyway, yeah, we did manage to done the unboxing video of the Xbox 360 Slim, which, as you can see, it's still hooked up even to this day, and it still works just fine. No red ring of death or anything else like that. So, I thought it was worth knowing for. So, anyway, as you can see on screen, we're about to be decided to do the unboxing video. As you can see, what Shadow has mentioned, or shown us anyway, is the Xbox One S, which stands for Slim. So, yeah, that seems pretty cool, but we'll get to that eventually, because one thing I should probably point out is the fact that today's date is, of course, the 28th of June today, So in this case, in 2021. So we literally at 3 days left now until specifically the halfway point in 2021. Seems okay at first, well, despite the miserable beginning. Yeah, tell me about it, Silver. Those stupid little... Okay, I'm not gonna mention that word again, so best advice for this point, guys. Yeah, anyway. So yes, let's begin the forms of our Xbox One S unboxing. So either way, I gotta admit it though right away, this box is huge. Like, almost as huge as the forms of how it does it on other console boxed, but either way though, let's just get this thing to it. Now, long story short, is the fact that originally we were expecting that, remember how Maxi has mentioned about the forms of the video game collection video for the sake of the 2 anniversary specials for both me and Super Monkey Ball anniversary stuff as well. We were able to get Xbox Series X for the sake of the forms of our 4K gaming industry, but unfortunately though, we give up on it. So we figured that, I think it's probably best if Shadow will mention that specifically. Yeah, because when I see some more scalpers out there for the sake of eBay or Amazon that is currently unavailable again, for likely also for about 7 months later. So we figure I might as well able to actually purchase the Xbox One S instead. I know it's a bit of a dumb name still, but regardless of everything else though, that's the thing we're always going to be asking for. So either way though, it knows where it stands. And also, if you couldn't tell, this is actually the white color, so we figured that, well, ever since you noticed on several other consoles that we've got, that you notice that we've actually got the Dreamcast right here, that is still white, and also we've got the PlayStation 1, that it's literally white, and also down there, the Wii U, we actually got the white color, so we figure we might as well be able to add another white color into the gaming console industries. Because of that though, we can able to actually get the white color variation of Xbox One S. So, speaking of the Xbox One Silver, is that originally we weren't going to be able to get ourselves Xbox One X because, from what I've heard from several people out there, it actually is one of the best models on Xbox One stuff. But unfortunately, though, is the fact that our TV at the moment does not support 4K. So, kind of a shame really, but regardless of everything else though, I think we're happy as it is. So, either way though, despite the fact that it's pretty outdated just because of the forms of how most people really desperately want to get Xbox Series X, but either way though, as I said, we basically give up trying to gain the actual system, so yeah, this seems kind of sucks. Even though we actually got this recently at CEX today, so because of that, luckily it's in boxed, so even then though, because I thought that the advertising on the actual website, it did say Xbox One S with 1 terabyte, in this case TB, which stands for terabyte. Basically, it's the fact that whenever I see the actual website of this, and it did say about the forms of unboxed, but it turns out, whenever I found one today, and it did say, well, it did, despite the fact it did say unboxed, but it's actually boxed, so at least we very lucky to able to actually have the original box for it. So, unfortunately though, if you couldn't tell already for this condition already, the box itself is a bit tatty, but I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, it could be worse, but regardless of such though, we're glad to have this after about, well, let's just say, almost 8 years late. So, well, technically the original model came out in 2013, and I believe this model came out in 2016, if I recall correctly. And I believe Xbox One X came out in 2017, if I remember correctly, even though it's been years since I actually know about Xbox One. So anyway, so let's check a look at the actual box itself, and here's the back of it. So in this case, the Ultimate Games and 4K Entertainment System. So yeah, that seems pretty awesome. And if we have a look on here, it did say, it does have multiple languages on here, so it did say over 100 console exclusives and a growing library of Xbox 360 games. Because yes, this machine is backwards compatible with some of these Xbox 360 stuff, although one little missing factor, and that is of course Sonic 06, I mean, let's face it, is that Sonic 06 is officially a crappy game after all. But anyway, and also we've got here, I don't think the camera's going to focus on it, there we go, the most advanced multiplayer network. And of course we got ourselves the Blu-ray support for, well, as you can see right there, it says 4K Ultra HD, and it did say Blu-ray and video streaming, so that's pretty cool. And of course we got ourselves HDR, high dynamic range, gaming, and video. You know, much like the PlayStation 4, along with the forms of the most recently Xbox Series X, and especially noticeable for Series S and PlayStation 5. So, well, for what I've heard is the fact that PS5 is still pretty disgustingly expensive for the time. Yeah, I know, Shadow, because of scalpers out there, like you said. And it does manage to contain, obviously, 1TB version. And I've already mentioned this before, Blu-ray and video streaming. And also HDR, and play select Xbox 360 games. So, obviously it comes with the console itself, and also high-speed HDMI cable, and a wireless controller, wireless networking capability, and a month. Well, unfortunately though, since this is pretty much used, so unfortunately though, we can't get everything in here. So, but that's okay, because even then though, oh, there we go. Yeah, because usually the pricing on this is actually pretty alright, even though it only cost me about 235 quid in CEX, which as far as what Shadow has already experienced with it. So anyway, without further delay, let's get into the actual unboxing. So this is pretty easy though. We're just gonna have to open up from the top here, and oh my, this is gonna be exciting, because I know for the fact that most people seem to able to actually like skip this back in the day, most notably because of the forms of how redundancy of the name was. But we'll get to the system later. But let's have a look at the controller itself. And I gotta say, it's pretty cool actually. I mean, usually that most people complain about the actual like mushy triggers as far as what most people complain about. But that's alright, I suppose. Even though there's also the Series X controller, which is the same thing, but with a really cool texturing, as well as a, well, 2 different D-pads that you can able to actually use during gameplay. So, yeah, that's pretty cool, I suppose. And, yeah, we're glad to have the forms of the Xbox One controller like this. Now, of course, what I've heard is that this controller, specifically the Xbox One S controller, I think it contains Bluetooth, so we might give this a test if we're able to decide to do some more Let's Plays in the future for emulating or anything else for that matter, but we'll see what happens there. And of course, if we double check on the back, well, I gotta say, I do love the actual textures, although I don't think you can see it, but it does have some little monsterizals. I have no idea what to say. And of course, back there is where you're able to insert the batteries in, so we must able to do that off screen. So, and this is be used for headphone jack, for, you know, voice chat or anything. And I don't know what this used for. Oh yeah, it's for the other accessories worth knowing for. But again, it's been years since we've known about Xbox One. So, yeah, that's the controller. And what else is in here? Of course, we got ourselves the AC adapter. Thankfully, unlike the original version of the Xbox One, there's no power brick, so we just got ourselves the actual figure 8 plug socket, similar to obviously the Sega Dreamcast, and I think Sega Saturn, if I recall, even though it has been a while since I actually known about these kinds of stuff. PS3 and also PS4, and I guess that's about it, basically. So, yeah, I got loads of these plugs, basically, so how ridiculous is that? And then, back there, this is where we got ourselves the HDMI high-speed cable. So, unfortunately, it's not the official Xbox One, but, that's alright. In fact, this HDMI is actually kind of similar to the ones when we had for our PS4. I mean, nothing to be wrong with it, though, but hey, at least it's alright. And now we come to the main part, which is the system itself. And of course, much like the forms of, well, Xbox 360 Slim that we used to unbox, that's basically, it actually contains the forms of some bit of foam into it. So, yeah, that seems pretty awesome. So before we see the actual unit itself, let me just take ourselves these little stuff off, so that way I can get some good protection. And of course we'll do the same thing from that side, which I have to do it very carefully. Sorry for the little bit of fingers in my way, but oh, don't want to smack that completely, but it knows what it is. So yeah, let's have a look at the actual Xbox One S. So it's pretty heavy though, and I'm gonna say I'm really loving this, even though it does felt a bit weird compared to the forms of the original model, but for what I've noticed is the fact that for what I've seen some of the heating tests, this one will have to be the coolest one out of them all. So I believe this is where you're able to insert the discs in there for games, Blu-rays, or DVDs, or anything else like that. And then I believe this is the power button, if I recall correctly, because unlike let's just say the original model is that this is all touch-based, and then this version that we've got is button pressed. And I don't know about the Xbox One X though, because I haven't really looked on it that much. And I believe this is where the eject button comes into play if you're trying to switch to the next game or something. So yeah, that seems pretty cool and all that stuff. And of course we got ourselves the USB slot in here, and I think over here, I don't know if it's kind of dark in here, but we got a sync button and that little black thing right here. I'm pretty sure it might be something to do with the remote. So yeah, that's about that. So forgive me if I was gonna able to do this properly, but I think that's what we have to do for this point. So hopefully we'll try to hook it up once we done look at it. So anyway, so here's the actual where the power adapter goes, and also we got HDMI out for the TV, which we're gonna have to use. And sorry for this little camera spin. There we go. So yeah, there is right here. HDMI in for satellite or cable, and 2 USB ports back there, and also IR out, and also there's SPDIF, I don't know what that stands for, and also the Ethernet cable. So yeah, that seems totally obvious. There's one thing that I'm probably pointing out right away, is that this particular model of this Xbox One does not have a Kinect port, like, you know, with the Kinect camera thing, you know, back in the day in 2010. Yeah, that's kind of weird. But anyways, that's pretty much about it of how the Xbox One S looks like. I do apologize for how the actual, how heavy this is. But regardless of such though, it's pretty small compared to the forms of other models of Xbox One. So, and of course, the good thing we actually got this, because after all, you notice on our video game collection video of, you know, Sonic the Hedgehog's 30th anniversary and Super Monkey Ball 20th anniversary videos that, excuse me, that we've basically got every Sonic games up to this point until Sonic Colors Ultimate, and also Super Monkey Ball Banana Blitz HD, so that way we can able to play those games again, but this time on this glorious Xbox One S. So yeah, that's pretty much about it for our unboxing of, wait a second, Sonic, have you forgotten something? What is it, Shadow? You forgot the remainings of what's inside the box. Oh, sorry about that, I wasn't paying attention. Well, of course you do get in here is, I know it's pretty much used, but we got ourselves, I think this is the a manual for it, and what the hell is that? Oh, someone must have damaged the actual cover of the game. This is called Project Cars 2. I definitely heard of this, but I've never actually played it, so yeah, unfortunately someone might able to actually, well, they couldn't find the game anywhere, so nah, oh well, not the end of the world, but at least we did try. So anyway, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this particular unboxing video for this point, guys. And yeah, this is me, Sonic the Hedgehog, Shadow the Hedgehog, and where's Silver? I have no idea. Sorry about that, I have to be able to get some drink before it gets way too hotter and hotter. Yeah, anyway, so I hope you guys do enjoy this unboxing video. So yeah, see you guys at some point soon. So see you then. Bye.